welcome back to my channel, KG Speaks. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. My name is KG. Like I said, some people call me Cornelius. But before I dig into the topic of today, first I would like to make it clear that I'm not an expert in any of the topics I share. I'm just an individual who enjoys sharing my journey, my experiences, and what I've learned till this far in my life. Everything I talk about is based on my personal journey and my experience. Like I mentioned, it has nothing to do with me being like a professional in this particular topic that I'm going to share now, or whichever I share in the future. And I believe that, everything that happened to us and what we've experienced shapes who we are till this day. So with that being said, my topic for today is impact of father absence on children. It's a bit sensitive one, but I'm just going to try to be as quick as possible. Father means source, foundation, root, or genetic pool. A tree is only good as its roots, guys. The house is as valuable as its foundation. Many of you know that. Condition of a root affects the life of a plant, and it doesn't matter how nice a plant look like. If the root is rotten, the plant is just a matter of time that it's gonna also collapse. Remember, tree can only be able to handle the hurricane because of its roots. Let that sink in for a second. That's why fathers are crucial in families. They are the roots. So growing up without a father figure can evoke a myriad of emotions in children, leaving a lasting imprint on their hearts and minds. Also can make boys feel different emotions. Sometimes they might feel like they might feel sad, confused, or even angry. It's like having a piece missing from a puzzle and they are not sure how to complete it, But let's explore this topic a bit more, see how boys can cope with not having a dad around. Number one would be like shattered dreams, for example. The absence of a father is linked to a shattered dream, leaving behind a void that no one else can fill. This sentiment captures the profound sense of loss, longing experienced by children who yearn for their father's presence in their lives. And number two would be the pain of absence. The agony of waking up each morning without the loving presence of a father. I can just imagine. Imagine waking up every day and not seeing your dad, not even knowing who your dad is. You might wonder where he is and why he's not there with you. It can be confusing, especially if you see other kids with their dads. Or you might ask yourself questions like, why doesn't my dad live with me? Or does he even love me? Excuse me. These thoughts can make you feel sad and unsure about yourself. This absence can leave children feeling bereaved as they grapple with the emptiness that pervades their daily lives. Number three, a hole in their heart. This analogy of a hole in the heart speaks to the deep emotional void left by a father's absence. This void can manifest in various ways, leaving children feeling incomplete and yearning for the love and support of only a father can provide. Like Maya Angelou says, or in his words, it resonates deeply, highlighting how a father's absence can shape a child's destiny, leading them to wander through the life in search of a sense of belonging. Maybe she experienced it herself, Missing puzzle would be number 4. I like Haruki Murakami's metaphor of an absent father as a missing puzzle. Like I mentioned earlier, puzzle piece underscores the feeling of incompleteness that children experience without their father's presence. They may struggle to make sense of their identity and place in the world. Fathers affirm their kids, so if you're not present, loneliness can creep in when there's no dad around. Boys might feel like they are missing out on something special that other kids have. They might wish they had someone to talk to about their day, share their achievements with, or simply give them a hug when they are feeling down. I think the hug thing is a big thing, This loneliness can make them feel like they are on their own, even when they are surrounded by family. When you're with people but you feel like you don't belong, that kind of feeling. Number 5, unanswered questions. A lot of questions go through children's minds. Not having a dad around can make boys feel different from other kids. They might worry that they don't fit in, or that people will treat them differently because they don't have a dad at home. This feeling of being different can make them feel self-conscious and insecure about themselves. So we need to do the right thing, introduce kids to their fathers. Children may find themselves grappling with a myriad of questions, seeking closure and understanding in the absence of their biological fathers. Number 6 would be like long shadow. Without positive male role models, children may find themselves searching for love and validation in all the wrong places. For example, substance abuse, unhealthy relationships, peer groups that promote unhealthy behavior, peer pressure, criminal behavior, unwanted babies. But despite the challenges of not having a dad around, boys have the strength to overcome obstacles and thrive. Unfortunately, some take their lives, and you wonder what happened. They can learn to be resilient by facing their feelings, seeking support when needed, and finding healthy ways to cope with their emotions. Number 7 would be unhealed wounds. This depiction of a father absence as a wound that never truly heals speaks to the lasting scars left by paternal absence. Despite the passage of time, the absence of a father figure can continue to evoke feelings of loss and yearning. Without positive male role models, children may find themselves adrift, searching for a sense of belonging and also the profound sense of emptiness and insecurity experienced by children in the absence of their biological fathers. This emotional void can threaten to undermine a child's sense of self-worth and identity. In conclusion, guys, we need to understand Dad, which is the father, is destiny. So go the man, so go the nation. Without man, there's no nations. Book of Malachi 4:6. God will return the hearts of the fathers to their children, and the hearts of their children to their fathers. Otherwise, I will come and strike the land with a curse, says God. No matter how big the tree or how wide the limbs are, it always comes down to the roots. The fathers receives nutrients from the health of the family. All the nutrients, which are the kids in the plant, which is the family, has to come from the root, which is the father, and the root has to be attached to good soil, which is God. The unique potential of your kids are tied to you as a father. So if you're not present, you keep on sending money. How are you helping your child? So if you are a male figure out there knowing very well you have kids, I plead with you today to be in their life. Support them, get to know them, spend time with them, love them, care for them, hug them, kiss them, affirm who they are. Feed them with God's word, feed them with your life experiences. Sending money to every month does not raise a child. It is just somewhat part of the equation. I'm a strong believer of presence and being active in a child's life. I will never forget the day my dad came to school to bring me lunchbox, because I forgot it at home. I think I was about like 8 or 9 years old, and my dad was a military guy, always clean, like well trimmed, beard, not like me now. I look like a mess. Always smelling good, he just swing by and he came to the class. In that particular day, it felt like I felt like I was on top of the world. He came and he came into the class. He gave me my lunchbox, carried me in his hands, and gave me a kiss on my forehead. I'll never forget that day. Till today, there's no any other day, or feeling that will ever replace that day. And I remember my teacher telling my dad how good I was as a student. My dad said, KG never gives any problem, and he's a well-behaved kid. Everything started making sense when I got older, obviously, and until the day he died, he still carried my picture in his jacket. Wherever he went, he used to show people my picture and tell them he's proud of me and how much he loves me and how I make him proud, So if you're an absent father, like how do you expect your child to succeed out there? It's a pity I didn't get to see my dad his last days on this earth because I was overseas, and I only knew about his passing 2 days later. Can you imagine? So the absence of a father figure leaves an undeniable mark on a children's shaping their emotion, landscape, and influencing their future trajectory. While boys may grapple with feelings of confusion, sadness, and anger, girls may also experience a longing and insecurity in the absence of their fathers. Daughter-father relationship is a topic I'm gonna make on in the future as well. We need to know that fathers are really, really extremely important. We are the foundation. We are the backbone of society. Just like a big tree needs strong roots, a family needs a good father to stay healthy. Kids get everything they need from their father, like love and support. So if you are a dad out there, it's important to be there for your kids. Spend time with them, show them you love them, Ask them questions, build a relationship. Go watch their, activities. Ask them about their friends, what they like, their favorite colors. I'll never forget the day, when my dad told me I love you. He even cried. I'll never forget that day. Because in African communities, it's very rare that you hear that. But I think it's about time we get rid of that mentality. We humans at the end. Words are words. Doesn't matter if it's Greek, Italian, English, Portuguese, Tswana, Xhosa, Zulu, African, or whatever the language is. Language is language, as long as two people can be in a position to understand each other. Feelings are the same. You can say I love you in English, in Xhosa, in Arabic, in Greek, in whatever language. As long as the person understands what you're saying, they will relate and they will feel that you do love them. So man, let's take our place in society, in communities. I'm not a father yet because of these things. I don't want to be that kind of father that always travels all the time. I keep on sending money to my kids and expect them to grow and to build a relationship that I don't know how am I going to build it, because we lose time. 6 months, 8 months away from my son or my daughter might cost me my lifetime, of misunderstanding and not understanding. My wish is to become a full-time dad, but only God knows. He has the blueprint of my life. With that being said, God bless. One day or day one, you decide. Cheers.